All right, guys, tonight is the night. This is the big show night. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a preview. Nobody else has seen this before the show tonight. Only a few pieces I showed for tonight. So it's crazy, ridiculous what I'm doing. Welcome to Berner Brother Antiques. Hold on tight. This is going to be interesting. Look, this is our first time ever doing something like this. I mean, we are bringing incredible, real diamond gold Victorian jewelry.
Garnets.
It's amazing. Opals. Amazing stuff.
Opals.
Okay.
Van Cleef. Oh my gosh.
We're bringing it to a live show on a Whatnot live stream.
Yeah.
Nothing is preloaded. Nothing is photographed. Like
everything starts at $1.
Everything starts at $1.
We might do some tutu. You never know.
We never know. We never know. But it's tonight. We're nervous. We are like 8 minutes out. So what do I got in order to calm my nerves? I'm going to have a nice bottle of wine while we sell this stuff tonight. So that's what we're going to do. We're getting ready to start our show. Literally, we've got Tiffany, we've got Van Cleef, we've got Effie, we've got amazing pieces. I'm going to show you just a couple, and then we'll talk about some of this after we are done with this show. And you can go back and watch the live stream. It will be live streamed on our YouTube channel. And I actually did a cute little thumbnail. If that's the right word or not. I did a thumbnail for a live stream. I don't do that very often, but that way you guys will know what we're talking about. Tonight is the night, though. Let's show you a couple more items. So here's one of the highlights of today's show. I've been showing this ring off now for a couple weeks because this magnificent opal. This is going to be sold on our live show. Again, these items are all starting at $1. We've got some Van Cleef Appel. How do you say that? Appel? Van Cleef. You know what I'm talking about. 18 karat gold diamond Van Cleef pieces. We've got 5 of those. Incredible diamond jewelry tonight. Vintage estate jewelry. I mean, we're going to be selling diamonds like this all night long. I don't know how it's going to do. We're going to try this. This is a new ground for us, new territory. And my favorite piece, well, actually, I'm not going to show you guys. There's one piece I'm keeping complete secret until after I show it live. Even though this won't be previewed till tomorrow, I'm still not showing you. I'm not showing anybody till tomorrow or till we're live. This piece right here, though, guys, Victorian 1850-ish, 60-ish, all rose-cut diamonds, rubies, and tons of gold on this. Check out the back. This is all gold. Incredible. This sells today, too. Lots of pieces, lots of happening. When we are done with this live stream, either tonight or in the morning, it depends on what happens and how long we go, whether I can do this. I'm gonna film. We're going to talk about a wrap-up and what actually happened, the interest levels. New territory for us. We've never done anything like this. Yeah, this is all new. We'll come back in a bit. Luke, we just got done. It's like almost midnight.
It is very close to midnight.
We'll have to do a recap in the morning after we can actually process what we did tonight. But how many items did we actually sell?
125?
125 pieces of gold jewelry.
Giveaway.
And we gave one away. And we had Jimmy with us the entire night. What'd you think, Jimmy, from the standout watching?
Awesome sale. Great night. A lot of fun. There was some jewelry here I've never laid my eyes on before. It was great pieces.
Yeah, it was a pretty special show. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was an awesome show.
All right, well, we'll recap the rest of this in the morning. We're going to go to bed tonight. Tomorrow I'll think about how it did and relay some more info. All right, guys, it's morning. I didn't sleep much last night, just thinking about the show that we just did. So for on this film, you guys just watched a pre-show, a little bit after the show, and now it's the next morning. And man, my mind's got thousands of things racing through it. The first thing I want to say is thank you to everyone that came into our show. At one point, we had over 400 live folks watching and bidding on our stuff. That's awesome. I want to say thank you. Literally, I tried something I've never done before, and you guys supported me in it, and blessed us, showed up. It was competitive. It was amazing, and I really do want to say thank you so much. If you're not sure what I'm talking about right now, we just held our first ever all gold jewelry, high-end gold jewelry sale on a live stream platform with no pre-bidding, no preview. No one even knew what we were going to sell until we sold it. But I told everybody, trust me on this, it's going to be an epic show. But we had an amazing group of stuff. We had diamonds, we had incredible jewelry, Victorian jewelry, diamond encrusted animals. It was an outrageous show. The quality, literally somebody was commenting, this stuff should be selling in like a major auction house somewhere. Well, we do own the largest antique center in the country. I mean, You know, I'm not a Christie's or a Sotheby's. I'm not even beginning to say that. But we do have a pretty big size footprint, and we just say thank you for helping us, you know. But I sold it on a fork. I loved it. I sold last night diamonds on a fork. I don't know, man. I'm just overwhelmed right now with lots of different feelings and thoughts and emotions. Trying something different and unique that's never been done before. Always nervous, but I've always been able to do that. It's part of the excitement for me about being in this industry is you never know what is in the next room, the next call, the next door you go through, the next opportunity that presents itself. Stuff always shifts and always changes, and good Lord willing, I just keep paying attention, you know, and go through the right ones. The ones I'm not supposed to do anything with, just keep shut. But this was a fun one last night. Wow, so what happened? We sold all the jewelry. We had over 400 people at one point in the show. We sold for 4 hours. 4 hours. The live stream, I actually is on our YouTube channel. So if you want to go back and watch some of that, go back and watch that live stream. We had an incredible Victorian-ish, so 1920, 1910, 1920. It was a little like almost Edwardian, American compact from Tennessee. Never seen a better piece in all of my life. 14 karat gold compact that I previewed last night during our live show. I previewed it. It was a crazy show. It's one of those times in you're doing something and you're like, let's just go. Let's go. Let's do this. So yeah, that was last night. So this morning, as I was thinking through it, again, we sold 125 items last night. I think it was 125. May have been a little bit more. 125 items, all gold, one show. The energy and effort that we did last night on our weekly energy and efforts that we do. We sell 800 pieces of jewelry a week, and we can do that in an 8-hour live auction or 7-hour live auction. We could only sell 125 last night. So it's interesting. You're thinking back and forth. Well, you know, the live auction versus the show we did last night, whichever way. How does it work? What is the energy, the effort, the time, the resources, the overhead? So it's really interesting to think through. You know, we can sell 800 items in a few hours, but we have way more overhead up front because we have to photo every single piece and process it and put it on a catalog and let it sit for 2 weeks on a catalog. Last night, we did none of that, but we can only sell 125 items in a 4-hour show. It was lively. It was fun. It was entertaining. You know, you're sitting here watching, you're hoping the app doesn't freeze, where at least the other platform, if something happens with the computer, like it shut, we've had this happen where we've been mid-auction, we've just like, well, we got to pause the auction, everything's shut down for a while and go back to it when it all starts working proper. So there's so many things that was going through my head as we were doing this, comparing, like trying to compare apples to apples, you know, what is unique about what we just did, and will we do it again? I don't know. There's a lot of great questions. We didn't make money on everything by any means, but we did on some things, and so there was a lot of interest there. And we never make money on everything. Anytime we ever sell an auction, there's always pieces that just don't do as well, that get missed. So it was an interesting thing. Will we do it again at that level? I got to get through the day first to answer that question. I got to keep processing what we just did. Literally, my mind's going 100 different directions, thinking through stuff. But tonight, 7:30 p.m., I'm going to be doing another live show. We will have Tiffany in it. We will have, what do I got in this? It's a pretty good show. There's some Navajo jewelry, some turquoise, some silver, some Tiffany, and we didn't get everything sold last night. So at 9 o'clock tonight, we're going to throw in some gold as well. Maybe like 20, 30 pieces, gold rings or gold jewelry of some sort at 9 o'clock. 7:30 start time, 9 o'clock we'll go into that. Something else that I did Saturday morning is I bought a watch collection. You know, we buy a lot of different collections all the time, and I bought this really cool watch grouping. I wanted to share a few of them with you. Yeah, let me pull this tray out. Got it set in here, and I thought, what a better thing to do than process everything that happened and then share a couple of these watches. Because, you know, you think about gold-filled watches, hunting cases and stuff, and, you know, watches that used to be $100, $150 watches are now $300, $500 watches, because then these are gold filled watches. If they were gold, a watch like this was $2,000 to $4,000, $5,000, amazing amount of gold. This is gold filled though. What I love about it is the case. I love the artwork, the aesthetics in a watch like this. This thing's pretty amazing. This one I think was an Elgin. Let's double check. I'm pretty sure this was an Elgin. Yeah, this is an Elgin. Gorgeous interior right here. And so I bought this watch collection on Saturday. This will go up on our burners.com auction. I don't do well with watches on Whatnot. Every time I try, I keep losing money. So I sold 2 Tiffany watches last night, lost money on both of them. It's like, okay, that's not the right platform. Gold fill watches, I always sell on my Burners website, the burners.com auction, the Invaluable and stuff like that. There's just so many people out there looking for them. There's another interesting watch. I love the birds again. These are huge too. A lot of these watches are higher grades. This one's only a 15 jewel, but I've got some that are more than that. Let me see here. This is a pretty cool piece. This is a Howard. Howard's an incredible watchmaker, extremely high-end watches. If you ever see these out there in the wild, go after them, okay? This is a Howard. This is beautiful. I don't know how many jewels that one is, but this is another. This is a 21 jewel Howard here. Incredible 21 jewel Howard. Here is the back of it. And my mind is still just racing through everything right now. This one right here says it is a 15 jewel, 14 karat gold is what the person had bought it at. However, it's actually gold filled. It is gold filled, and that happens a lot with watches. People, they'll see like a 14 karat warranted mark on there, and they'll think, oh, that's gold. And reality is that means that it's gold filled. And that's what happened with this watch here. The folks that own this piece, they thought they had a gold watch, and it's not actual solid gold, but it's gold filled. It's 14 karat gold filled, warranted case, incredible piece. Again, this one is missing a crystal on it, but it's got a nice hunting case. I got one more I'll show you here. This is a Waltham. These are I've got like 20 watches. Pretty good collection. Somebody spent some time, some energy, and some effort. So if you do have an interest in bidding on these, you got to go to the burners.com sale. These will sell in a couple of weeks. Me and my mind is still right now, I can't even like process what just happened last night, because it was so unique and so different to our market. I'm a lifetime person that's been in this, and I've seen changes and waves of changes come through our industry over the past 30 years. And technology drives so much change over the past 20 years. The first technology change I was behind on. I said, I'll never do that again. The next technology change in our industry, I want to be on the front side of that. And so I think this live streaming and some of the stuff that is happening right now, this is all new stuff, and the industry hasn't figured it out yet as far as like the antiques and the jewelry and the stuff that we deal in. Because it's so hard. There's so many scammers. There's so many people out there misrepresenting stuff. And so I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with it. If it'll catch on and go and become the next thing, or if it'll be a flash in a pan and we'll be like, ooh, those guys used to sell that other way, remember? So we'll see. Berner Brother Antiques, though, we are recovering from last night. I only slept a few hours. So I hope this video finds you, or you find it interesting. Afterthoughts of what we just did. Literally, there was so many great buys last night. And there was some stuff that did really well. It was a normal auction scenario where you got all price ranges. I sold a diamond that appraised for $17,000 for like $2,500 or $2,700, somewhere in there. What a bargain. That was an incredible bargain. And on the flip side, we had some pieces we weren't sure what they were. I had a stone that kind of looked like an Alexandrite, and it did really well for us. So it all averages out. At the end of the day, is if we cost average out and make a little bit of profit and can pay our bills and go on, that's kind of the way we approach our business. So blessings again out there, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of our show last night, and we will see you tomorrow. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. If you were in that show, like, tell me your opinion. I would love to hear that. If you watched our live show last night, tell me, just give me feedback. Tell me what you thought on the other side of the camera and in your homes, watching, bidding, participating. Rate it. Tell me about the experience. I would love to know that. That would be very helpful feedback for us as we approach new territories in the industry. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks.